Hello everyone, I am Divya, your math facilitator. So the most awaited session is here. So today I am going to tell you how to begin your preparation for your class 10. So all the class 10 students who have entered your new life now. So this is going to be a life changing year for you. So firstly congratulations for you, and if you're expecting this video to be a video wherein I'm going to ask you to get up at 6 o'clock, get up at 8 o'clock, come on, have your breakfast, come on, start studying now. So bacha roklo, this is not that video. So here I'm going to give you a very practical approach. Here I'm going to discuss about your syllabus, I'm going to discuss the importance of this class, and I'm going to tell you scientifically how you can start your preparation for this academic year. And also I'm going to give you a practical timetable, right? So which everyone can follow, because many a times we make a timetable, very beautiful timetable, but we don't follow them. And when we don't follow, so we feel demotivating, right? And we feel like timetable is not for me. I mean I can never follow any timetable, and I can never, like, I may not be able to study right now. Okay, so I'm not going to do that. So I will give you some practical approach to prepare your timetable also. Okay, so it will be depending on the individual needs, and you can prepare a timetable, and you can follow that timetable, and you will follow that timetable, and I guarantee you that. Right, so this video is going to be very important. Watch the video till the end, right? Because I'm going to cover very minute important points for you, right, beta? So let's begin the video now. Chalo. So first things first, let me tell you why you should prepare for your board exams. Why should you prepare so much for your board exams? Because firstly, this is a base building. Okay, so whatever concepts you're going to study in your class 10, for example, I'll give you few examples. Okay, you will understand very easily. Now suppose you have chapter 2 sets. Okay, chapter 2 you have sets. Now this sets chapter is related to your functions chapter in your intermediate, right? And you have trigonometry. Based on trigonometry you have 3 or 4 chapters in your intermediate first year only. 3 or 4 chapters you have. Okay, trigonometric functions, inverse trigonometric ratios and all, right? And suppose if you take quadratic equations. Okay, so based on quadratic equations you have complete quadratic equations, how to solve quadratic equations, everything in your second year. Okay, so based on this you have. And now in general, if I have to tell you, and suppose linear equations, again linear equations you have it in your lines, linear equations, all these concepts you have it in your intermediate also. Okay, so what are lines, how do you get the equation of pair of lines, all this you have in your intermediate. Okay, so and suppose if I take probability you have your base here, and extensively you will be studying in your intermediate. And if I take statistics also you will be studying dispersion and all in your intermediate based on statistics. Okay, so if I take circles, again circles, you will have system of circles, all these things in your intermediate. So in general, okay, on a whole, if I have to say, your class 10 syllabus, if you're perfect with your class 10 syllabus, then 80% of your intermediate syllabus depends on your class 10 syllabus. Okay, I'm not saying that if you learn class 10 you can happily, without learning intermediate you can crack your IIT exam. I'm not saying that, I'm being very practical. What I want to say is that, so if you are not perfect with your class 10 concepts, I repeated this the last year also for your seniors. If class 10 concepts are not clear, because all these concepts, okay, this is just a list I'm giving you, all the concepts, all the chapters which you have in your class 10 are base for your intermediate. Intermediate is the next level. So in order to crack the next level, if you don't know the basic level, if the foundation is not clear, so next level you will feel it very tough, right? So intermediate is completely based on your class 10. So base building is compulsory here right now. Okay, that is one point. So if you're studying now, you're not only studying for this year, you are basically preparing yourself for the next 3 years. Okay, intermediate, first year, second year also. And secondly, your class 10 maths is very scoring. It is so scoring, and not only maths. So compared to your class 9, I can say all the subjects, if you start preparing from now, it is really scoring. There are few topics which you can pick out and say that these are the topics which I'll definitely get in my board exams. Okay, so they're short questions, so hence I can say it is very scoring. Okay, and since it is scoring, it is really easy, right beta? So now this is the importance of your class 10. Now why you should prepare? Because these are the reasons. Now there are students who start preparation in the last moment. So for those students, they may get a good percentage like 75-80%, but they may not have a strong foundation like the students who are preparing from the beginning has, right? So it is very important for you to start your preparation right now. Okay, so the first point is clear. Second point, so you can have your 2 hours of study. Now what is the meaning of 2 hours of study a day? Even if you study 2 hours per day, okay, I mean even if you study 2 hours per day, you will be able to score 90 above, okay, 90 plus marks in all the subjects. Okay, now you'll ask me how, ma'am, 2 hours a day. So what I suggest you did is break these 2 hours into 4 slots. Break the 2 hours into four slots. Okay, slot number one in the early morning, slot number two before your lunch, slot number three in the evening. Okay, just after you have your tea and all, and slot number four before your dinner. Okay, roughly I'll give you some timings. Slot number one, you can take it at the time of 9 to say half an hour sessions only I'm giving. So at 9 to 9:30 you can have your slot number one. Slot number two you can have, you say roughly at 12 to 12:30. 12:30, after 12:30 you can have your lunch, and again slot number three you can have it from 4 to 4:30. Slot number 4 you can have it from 7 to 7:30. So initial first 15 days please follow only this little short span of study timetable. Okay, very short span of study timetable, because class 9 many of you might have not studied. So class 10, if you sit for hours together, you may feel exhausted, you will feel demotivated at day one itself. So please don't do that. Break your study into half an hour, half an hour, half an hour, 4 slots. 2 hours a day will be sufficient right now. Okay, you don't have to run, you're not in a race right now. You can be very relaxed. Since you're starting your preparation from today, you can be so very relaxed. Don't worry, your classroom is scoring. Okay, but you need to be consistent every day. 2 hours, please prepare. Okay, now again after this timing, one more extra slot I will give you, that is for revision. Okay, so what you can do in revision and how will you revise, I'll just tell you. Okay, and now in this slots also, what will you study? Okay, I gave you the timings. I told you 2 hours you have to study, but what will you study? Okay, so what you will do is pick out 4 subjects a day. First slot, one subject. So in this way, every slot you will pick up 4 subjects a day, right? So you will have your weekly targets. Okay, so you will have your weekly target, right? So what is the meaning of weekly target? Now suppose in 1 week, okay, in this 1 week, now today is May 2nd, isn't it? Yes, May 2nd to May 8th, you have 1 week. So in this 1 week you have to cover one chapter of biology. That is a weekly target. Okay, so cover one chapter of biology, one chapter of physics, one chapter of social, one chapter of chemistry. So this is the target. Okay, so very basic weekly target you keep. Not that you have to cover half chapter right in this half an hour today only. What happens is, if you have time bond, okay, your timetable should never be time bond. Why? What is the meaning of time bond? That means, see, నేను 6 గంటలకు లేవాలి, 7 గంటలకల్లా తినేసేయాలి, ఇలా ఉంటే you will definitely break, because every day is not your day. One day or the other you will break your timetable and you will feel demotivated. Okay, so don't have a time bond timetable. So you keep a target. You will achieve the target at the end of the week. Definitely you will have to achieve the target. Keep that in your mind. So today if it is not possible, tomorrow you will definitely add some extra time to it and you will work. Okay, so that is called weekly target. And after weekly target, I told you what is weekly target, right? So how many chapters you want to complete in that particular week is your weekly target. Now go for daily target. Now what is the meaning of daily target? Now weekly target is fixed. Suppose I want to study one chapter of biology. Now one chapter consists of say 10 pages. So every day I want to study just 2 pages of biology. Is it possible? Just 2 pages of biology. So possible, isn't it? So in these 2 pages, okay, daily target is 2 pages of biology. Okay, in any one of the slot I'll study, right? So it is a very practical target to accomplish, right? So you will accomplish it and you will feel self-confident, right? So first 10 to 15 days, you can just follow the slots, right? So that is what I'm saying. So you will complete your daily targets and ultimately you will be completing your weekly targets. That means you are basically working for your board exams. Okay, clear? So now in these 2 pages you will study. Okay, now how will you study? Okay, I told you when to study, what to study, and next how to study. How will you study? So when I'm saying you will study for 2 hours, it means that you will study for 2 hours with complete concentration. No more distractions. If you're going to study, inform your parents, inform your whoever is around you, tell them that you're going to study. They should never disturb you whenever you're studying. Okay, go sit in a corner, okay, someplace where you find good lighting, okay, where you find peace of mind at your home. Choose that place, sit and start studying. Okay, and that half an hour, inform someone that no one should call you and please sit and study. So half an hour is your time which you're giving for your future. Please give it perfectly. Okay, so no more distraction. కూర్చున్నామా ఇవాళ ఏం సినిమా వస్తుంది వద్దు, కూర్చున్నావా చదువుతున్నావా అదొక్కటే పని చేయి. Focus on what you're reading, what you're studying. That's it. No other books. So when you're reading these 2 pages, okay, now when I'm reading these 2 pages, what will I do? I will also make notes. Okay, are you able to understand all the points? I will also make notes. How will I make notes? Whatever important points I'm finding, I'll just make notes immediately then and there. Now why is the making of notes so important? A notes ఎందుకు important అంటే now as of now you are studying by yourself. Yes, so notes unte meeku you can revise it for your final exams. Okay, and these are last minute saviors. Okay, because last minute you cannot take your textbook and read from your textbook. You cannot have your workbook, read from your workbook. No. So what will you do? You will read from your notes. And if you make a notes of yourself and if you read, you will understand more better. And these notes are your last minute saviors. Okay, you will revise from from your notes only. And also now everyday revision. I'll tell you how to do revision also. So these notes will help you to revise every day periodically also. Okay. So now what is this revision? I told you here one extra slot you will add for revision. So how will you go? How will you revise? So now today I have read four different subjects, right? So suppose 2 pages from biology, 2 pages from social, one exercise from maths, and say 1 page from physics. So all these before going to bed, I will not play PUBG. I will not play Candy Crush. I will not watch TV. And before just going to bed, okay, 15-20 minutes before going to bed, just have a rough look, just revise it once. Okay, go through it once. And I gave you a very small target, 1 page, 2 page, just go through it once. Okay, so that while going to bed, if you revise it, your mind, your subconscious mind will be revising it multiple times, right? So you will remember it better. So this you will do every day and weekly once. Okay, suppose now 8th May you finished your weekly target, right? So try to finish your weekly target by 7th May, so that 8th May you will sit and completely revise whatever you're learning. And not only revising, you will try to make questions. Now suppose you have read this page, you will make questions. Now suppose in this page, suppose you have something like food chain. Okay, you have a concept of food chain. So you'll make a question, what is a food chain? You make a question by yourself, so that you will also, while making a question, you will also remember the answer. Whenever you're making a question, you will also remember the answer, because once you understand the statement, whatever is written there, only then you will be able to make a question. Okay, so that is how you will read. Okay, and please focus on concept building. As I told you, why is the concept or base building is important, I just told you. So you'll focus on it. How are you focusing it? Now you have lot of time to do this. So how will you do this? Now suppose if I take a max example. So in max you have so I can say you have chapter number 3 is polynomials, chapter number 4 is linear equations, chapter 5 is quadratic equations. Okay, so polynomials, linear equation, quadratic equation. So now all these three concepts are related to each other. They are related to each other. Now similarly trigonometry applications of trigonometry. Heights and distances are related to each other. So whenever you're learning, you will compare. Now suppose I have learned polynomials. Now when I am learning linear equations, I'll compare polynomials. I have drawn a graph. So I'm drawing again a graph in linear equations. So what is the difference? Okay, so what I'll do is I will compare. Okay, so I'll find what are the similarities first. Then I'm doing something, here I'm doing something. Is there anything similar which I can remember? Okay, and in polynomials I'm factorizing quadratic equation also I'm factorizing. So what is the similarity? So you'll compare. Second is you'll contrast. Contrast means after comparing you'll find the similarities. Contrast means you will find the differences. Okay, polynomials also you are factorizing, but there it is not a equation. Quadratic equation also you are factorizing, but here it is a equation, right? So and you'll find the differences. And also quadratic equation you can find the solutions in other ways also. So that is how you try to connect the one concept with the other concept and then study. Okay, you'll compare, you'll contrast, and you will analyze. Okay, so whatever you're studying, you will definitely follow these steps, right? And the last, okay, but the very important thing is you will do smart work. Okay, so how will you do smart work? So there are few chapters which are really scoring. Okay, so there are few chapters which are really scoring, which gives you full marks, right? So if you learn those chapters, and there are few concepts from which definitely you'll get a question. Okay, so you need to know which are the chapters which are scoring and which are the concepts which are scoring. So you can get good marks in your board exam by doing the smart work. Okay, and I also told you to analyze. So by analyzing, what happens? So if a different question is given to you also, since you are analyzing this concept well, so if a different question is given to you based on this concept, you can do that question also, because you have complete understanding about the concept. So you are not going to buttify. You're not going to buttify. Like for example, I just read a comment just now. Okay, not to offend anyone, but just to give you an example. So I'll just take another example so that no one is offended. So a plus b whole square, this is the identity we all know. The same identity I can write it as x plus y whole square, or the same identity I can write as say c plus d whole square. The formula will be same. If I write c plus d whole square, it is nothing but c square plus d square plus 2cd. This is what is important for you to understand, rather than a plus b whole square is equal to a square plus b square plus 2ab. Anyone will say. Okay, anyone will say. Primary student also, if you give them the formula, they will by heart and say. That is not important. You need to analyze. Instead of a and b, you can take any value, but still the equation holds good. If I ask what is y plus z whole square, tell me. It is nothing but y square plus z square plus 2yz. How did you get? Simple. A plus b whole square formula only. Instead of a and b, I applied y and z. That's it, right? So variable you can change. So here what is happening, basically you are just memorizing it. A plus b whole square, a plus b whole square. That is not the correct procedure you will study. Understood? I'm giving you an example. So you will need to analyze. A plus b whole square equals to that is the identity which holds good for any variable or any value, I can say. Okay, so you can substitute anything in that, right? So that is how you have to study, and if you follow these steps definitely, and start studying from today, not today, from tomorrow. Monday is a good day, so start studying from tomorrow. You'll definitely get very good marks. And in this smart work, I'll definitely help you. I'm bringing something very important for you class 10 students. So yes, I'll meet you again to announce the most important thing, right? So stay tuned. I'm bringing you the best thing ever, okay, which will help you in your studies in this lockdown. And I'm going to give you the actual meaning of smart work. Like I said, few chapters are scoring, few concepts are scoring. So how can you prepare actually? So I'll that analysis I have with me. So I'll just give you, right, and I will definitely help you in your studies. So I'll come up with the biggest announcement. So till then, do share this video to all your friends. Okay, just if I get more response, I'll be more responsible to do more and more for you, right? So don't hesitate to comment and let me know how are you liking the video, and don't hesitate to tell your opinion on this. And if you have any doubts also, please comment and let me know. And also don't think twice to like the video, because this video is going to help you a lot. And please do share it with all your friends. A big response will definitely give me a lot of motivation, isn't it, to do more and more, right? If the response is very good, I feel like doing more and more, because I feel more responsible, right? So please do share it with all your friends, and do like the video, subscribe the channel, and I'll meet you with the biggest announcement ever. Okay, so take care, bye bye, and start your preparation from tomorrow.